Hey guys, in the previous video I went through Stormwind for the Alliance players and picked up a whole bunch of items you can resell at a profit, which is great for low-level players trying to make gold, or even just some quick flips for higher-level players. As promised, I said I'd make a Horde video, so here it is. Let's go ahead and head around Orgrimmar and pick up some items we can resell at a profit. Our first stop will be the first building on the right. Talk to the general goods vendor, pick up some simple wood, as well as some red and blue ribboned wrapping paper. Once you're done, head towards the drag. Heading to the drag, gonna make some gold. Once you're in the drag, go ahead and head up this staircase on the left. Go in the hut and talk to the cooking supplies vendor. Buy one of each recipe, and then go ahead and hop down. Right below, you'll find the tailoring shop on the right. Talk to the tailoring supplies vendor, and buy any limited quantity pattern it sells. When you're done there, head across the street and just up a little bit to the engineering shop. Talk to the engineering supplies vendor and go ahead and pick up any limited quantity engineering material it sells, as well as the schematic for the red firework. Don't bother getting the steam taunt controller, I accidentally do a lot, but it's BOP, so it won't be of any use to us here. Also, be sure you pick up a few engineer's ink, and then we're done here. Across the street here, behind the counter, Tamar might sell you the pattern for heavy leather ball. Go ahead and pick one of those up. When we exit the shop, we're going to be looking around. There's a female orc who pats around here who will sell you the design for a heavy golden necklace of battle. She pats all around the drag though, so make sure you don't miss her when you're coming through to pick up these recipes. Our next stop will be in the Valley of Honor. We're going to be heading all the way to the back of the valley into the huge blacksmithing building in the back. Talk to Sumi here on the right and she may sell you the plans for a hardened iron shortsword. Mount up, and if you can, and go ahead and head to this fishing dock here where you pick up your fishing daily. Here you may be able to find a strong fishing pole, and don't forget, like I almost did, to pick up one of each of the cooking recipes on the vendor as well. Once we're done there, we're heading back to the drag to finish up the north side of the drag. Head into the alchemy shop and talk to the alchemy supplies vendor. Buy anything he has on limited quantity. Once you've done that, go ahead and head into the enchanting shop. Buy 2 copper rods, one of every enchanting pattern that isn't BOP, any limited quantity items that are on the vendor, as well as 8 starwood. You can also pick up a few enchanting vellums to sell as well. When you're done, head up the ramp inside the shop. Right around the corner, you'll find the herbalism supplies vendor. Buy all of the cheap flowers. I usually don't get a bouquet of black roses because it's usually pretty expensive, especially for new characters, but if you got a lot of gold and you want to try flipping it, that's also an option. When you're done in the herbalism shop, hop down and head into the drag. Talk to the reagent vendor in the center hut here on the right and buy any of his limited quantity alchemy recipes. Head out the other end of the drag and into the troll area. When you reach the troll area, there will be a snake vendor patting around. Go ahead and buy one of every snake. Right over here you'll find another fishing supplies vendor. Go ahead and see if he has another strong fishing pole for you, and then head into the goblin area. At the north side of the lake, you will find another blacksmithing supplies vendor who can give you another shot at the plans for the hardened iron shortsword. Just to the south, you'll find another engineering vendor who can sell a lot of the same items as the one in the drag, so pick up all the limited quantity engineering recipes as well as the schematic for red firework. Then right ahead, you'll find another tailoring supplies vendor, which will also give you another shot at recipes that can be found in the drag, so be sure to pick up all the limited quantity tailoring recipes. Then head to the auction house, and time to sell some of your stuff. For pricing, your mileage may vary, but in my experience, I've generally gone by these rules of thumb. If it's a cooking pattern, I sell it for 10 gold or undercut any that may already be on the auction house. If it's a recipe for any profession other than cooking, I usually sell it for around 75 gold or undercut any that may already be on the auction house. If it's an herb or low-level enchanting mat, I will usually sell it for about 5 gold per piece or undercut any that are already on the auction house. If it's an engineering material that is not a blasting powder, I will usually sell it for about 10 gold per piece, or undercut what's on the auction house. If it's a powder, I will usually sell it for about 2 gold per piece. If it's an engineering ink, I will usually sell it for 25 gold per piece. I sell enchanting vellums for 3 gold per piece, or I undercut any that are already on the auction house. I post strong fishing poles for 75 gold a piece, or undercut one that's already on the auction house, if there are any up already. Any other items, such as wrapping paper or starwood, I will usually sell for about 10 gold per piece. Now, these may not be all the vendor recipes or items in Orgrimmar. I know there's at least one more plans for the hardened iron shortsword here in the main valley. However, you get so many checking the other vendors that you're usually overstocked on them. If I did miss your favorite item to resell, or a recipe that you really like selling, go ahead and put it on the comments, share your knowledge with everyone. Now, if you love selling vendor recipes and making hundreds of thousands of gold while doing it as much as I do have something for you. I've compiled a list of every vendor recipe in the game, and I use this list on a pretty much weekly basis. These recipes have accounted for over 200,000 gold worth of income for me. I've built these lists, which list every vendor recipe in the game. They sort them by zone, so that it's easy to go from vendor to vendor. It also highlights recipes that are specific to a single faction. That way you can know which ones are great for cross-faction trading. I've been getting a lot of really great feedback on them from people who have purchased it already. It is $2 for the Alliance version, $2 for the Horde version, and you can pick that up at clockworkriot.com from the store button on the right. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy the video, please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and have a great day, guys.